and that's an international issue. But I think we have to have a fair tax system which says that individuals and wealthy and corporations that are making a whole lot of money start paying their fair share of taxes.
What is their fair share?
I don't know. I mean, under Eisenhower, the very rich paid at their upper levels 90%. But let me be very honest with you, Joe, on this one.
90% is kind of crazy, though. Right?
No, that's not. Of course, that's just for the your billionth dollar. You know what I mean? It's not your first dollar. It's not
so if
like,
you make $1 billion, you pay $900 million.
No,
taxes?
no. That's not what it means. It means on your $900 million, you're going to pay 90%.
Okay.
All right. But the other thing that I would.
Me. Okay. I'm going to need a Joe Rogan fan to help me out here because I just have one question. So this won't take long, luckily. Does Joe not really know what a marginal tax rate is or how taxes work in this country altogether? I mean, he doesn't know how it works. You saw what I just saw.
90% is kind of crazy, though. Right?
No, that's not. Of course, that's just for the your billionth dollar. You know what I mean? It's not your first dollar. It's not
so if
like,
you make $1 billion, you pay $900 million.
No.
Joe actually doesn't know how marginal taxes work in this country. We're so f***ed. Joe is a 57-year-old man. He's made hundreds of millions of dollars in his entire career, and he doesn't know that income is taxed differently for everybody, depending on how much you make, okay? And the thing is, it wouldn't be as fucked if, 22% of people didn't get their news from this fucking guy. If you think about the impact he had in this past election, and this fucking guy doesn't know how fucking marginal tax rates work. But I mean, at the end of the day, what else can you expect from somebody who doesn't believe in the fucking moon landing, even though we have, pictures of it? Jesus fucking Christ. So many people get their information from this guy. He's willing to platform anybody in the Trump administration. He's basically state media at this point. And he doesn't know how fucking taxes work. He's 57. I don't know if it's the Irish half of him that doesn't know or the Italian side of him that doesn't fucking know. But something inside of him has kept that information out. And I don't know how you can make it this far in life, pay your taxes, and not know this. Does he think... he honestly asked Bernie that if someone made $1 billion, they'd get taxed $900 million of that.
90% is kind of crazy, though. Right?
No, that's not. Of course, that's just for the your billionth dollar. You know what I mean? It's not your first dollar. It's not
so if you make $1 billion, you pay $900 million.
No.
Implying that he thinks that all the money that you make from 0 to $1 billion would be taxed at 90%. Newsflash, guys, that's not how it works. All right. You know what? Let me actually just bring up the real numbers because fucking me. Tax rates in America. Brackets. Federal income tax rate in brackets. Guys, the information's out there. And the fact that this always comes from the just asking questions crowd, I just wish they would just look for answers. Maybe once. Are you guys ready, class? This is how it actually works in this country. Now, from $0 here, all right, from 0 to $11,600, that income is taxed at 10%. Now, the next jump is from $11,600 all the way up to $47,150. That portion is taxed at 12%. All right. So your first portion from 0 to 11,000, 10%. The next portion, 11,000 to 47,000, 12%. You with me? Okay. Let's go to the next level up. Everything from $47,150 all the way up to $58,000, that is now taxed at 22%. Fucking crazy. Because if you were listening to Joe, you'd be taxed at 90%. But newsflash, fucknuts, that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. I don't know how somebody can make it to 57 years old and not know this is how it fucking works. Now, today in America, the highest your tax rate can go is 37%. And that is only for income above $609,000 a year. All right. So that means nothing you make before $609,000 gets taxed at 37%. Everything else below that gets taxed at the rate in that bracket. Okay. The fact that some of you are learning this for the first time right now is it's depressing. So no, Joe, if someone made $1 billion under a tax program where anything over $1 billion got taxed at 90%, they wouldn't be taxed $900,000. It would just be brackets like it is today. And you know, I'll even give Joe a little credit because Joe asked the question and I feel like Bernie did a pretty poor job at explaining it. It would probably be better if he talked about the bracket system or just how marginal tax rates work in general. But you can hear by Joe's response to Bernie's admittedly weak answer, he just doesn't even give a fuck.
So if you make $1 billion, you pay 900 million in
No,
taxes?
no. That's not what it means. It means on your $900 million, you're going to pay 90%.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Joe is such a curious person about things. I mean, he's a conspiracy theorist and everything. He doesn't even believe that we went to the fucking moon, even though there's pictures of the shit we left on the moon. But whatever. He would look at the pictures of people on the moon and say that's fake, but look at a blurry Bigfoot picture and be like, I don't know, man. I think that might be a big fucking walking monkey dude. I don't know. It's just fucking depressing, man. And if you listen to Joe Rogan, I don't care. Like, I listened to Joe Rogan for years. I haven't in a while, ever since COVID broke his brain. I haven't been able to listen to him. But like back in the day, I mean, I think I learned about Dan Carlin. I think I learned about Dan Carlin from his podcast. And he's one of my favorite podcasters. If only he would release more than one episode every year and a half, but that's neither here nor there. But I like Joe. He's a curious person. And, you know, he's doing what we all wish we could do. Just sit around having fun conversations and just bullshitting and learning things. Learning about things you're interested in. But I don't understand how somebody can try and get involved in politics as much as he can. And he doesn't even understand something as basic as marginal tax brackets. It really is a fucking bummer at the end of the day. Huh.
I was dreaming of the past, and my heart was beating fast.